Okay, cool. So, in all of this, I see blame. Do you know blame? Blame is like, it's your fault. You did something wrong. You're a bad person. You're not good. When you blame another person. Is that okay? When you blame. It was you. No, it wasn't me. It was you. I blame you. Can you hear the blame in this? Who are you blaming? Who are you blaming? You're blaming yourself. You are blaming yourself. Because there's you and your English. It's the same person. So fear causes blame. Fear causes blame. Okay? When you fear you're going to lose your job, you start blaming criticizing other people very quickly. It's their fault. It's not my fault. But you blame others. But we also blame ourselves. Okay? So fear starts blame. You blame yourself for your English. Why? You're perfect with imperfect English. But let's stop this blame. Okay? Let's stop it. Where were you born? Just shout. Where? Where? It's in Spain. Were you born in Spain?
No, in Chile.
In Chile.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Where were you born?
In Venezuela.
In Venezuela. They speak Spanish there, right? Cool. Were you guys born in Spain somewhere? Okay. And you were born in an environment, in a culture. And the language they spoke was? Very good. And your parents spoke? And your friends spoke? And your teacher spoke? And you watched TV in? And you listen to the radio in? Good. And then what age were you when you started English? 5? 10? 15? 20? Yeah, quite late. So you lived in this Spanish-speaking place for all your life, more or less. And in Spain, do they have English on the TV? Nope. Did they have English on the TV? Nope. Did your teacher speak English? Nope. Did your friends speak English? No. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. Your English, and I'd like you to walk home with this tonight. Your English is not your fault. And I mean it. Your English is not your fault. You're born in Spain, parents spoke Spanish, okay? It's not your fault. Because when your English is not your fault, there is nothing to criticize. The English is not your fault. Have you ever thought, my English is not my fault? At school, when you're not good at English, did you ever think, yeah, well, it's not my fault. I was born in Spain and everybody speaks Spanish and it's not your fault, right? So I want you to take this home. Your English is not your If you want, you can have that. Your English is not your fault, okay? And it's your responsibility to improve? No. No. Huh? Love it. Yes, it's your responsibility to enjoy it and love it. And then you will improve, for sure. So, that's responsibility. Growing it. It grows. Yeah? Like a flower. By the way, do you know, do you like roses? They're beautiful, right? And to get really fantastic roses, what do you need to give the roses? Water, and there's a really special fertilizer that roses love. Do you know what it is? Sorry? It's shit. Yes. They love horse shit. But if you give roses good horse shit, they grow much better. Now, with your English, your fear is your shit, right? What I do with people is take the shit and use it as a fertilizer to help you grow your confidence and your loving and your English. But so we take the shit. So it's not negative, but we use it. All right? So it's your responsibility to enjoy growing it. Take that away. But the most important thing here is this, to enjoy. All right? Now, I want to give you one more thing to take away. By the way, do you know how to enjoy things? I'm going to show you how to enjoy things. Do you ever worry about the future? Yeah? Before it's happened? Sometimes you have a meeting next week and you worry about it before it happens. But when you worry about next week, you get the feeling of worry now. Do you have that experience? Well, if we can worry about the future, it must be also true that we can enjoy the future now. If we start enjoying the future, like we worry about the future, we could experience enjoying the future now. The same as worry. And I'm going to show you how to enjoy your future in a little bit, okay? With some exercise. With what we call the sausage machine. Do you know the sausage machine? You don't know the sausage machine. You know the sausage machine. Good. One more thing. On this, there's a lot of blame. And I hear people judge, the lady, where have you gone? You were worried of what people judge you, how people judge you. This is a judgment. And the judgment is bad. There's something bad or something wrong. Yeah? Do you sometimes think, oh, my English is bad? Yeah? You go to a meeting next week, you think of them, oh, my English is not good enough. My English is, you think that? Yeah, I think that with my Spanish too. Sometimes. Hola. Okay. Is this useful for you to just have this, my English is bad? Does it help you? Not at all. So why do we say it? Nobody gave us an alternative. Nobody gave us an alternative to bad. I'm going to give you some alternatives that you may find helpful. Your daughter, how old is she?
Yeah, she has 3 years old.
She has 3 years old. It's imperfect English. Congratulations. We love your imperfect English. Okay? She is 3 years old, okay? Now, she's 3 years old. 3 years, so she's like this. Okay? Is her Spanish perfect? Does she understand everything?
Almost.
Almost. Does she understand the political news?
No.
No. Okay. Does she understand some films that are not cartoons?
No.
Probably not. No. Okay. And does she have perfect grammar?
No.
Okay. Is she fluent?
No.
No? Does she hesitate when she speaks? And you have to listen a long time for her story? Yeah? Good. Okay. Is her Spanish bad?
So,
Would you say, your Spanish is bad, little girl? You wouldn't criticize a 3 years old, okay? Now look, 5 years old. Do 5-year-old Spanish children speak perfect Spanish? Is their grammar perfect? Do they know all the vocabulary? Are they completely fluent? No. 8 years old? They're still not fluent and perfect. That's 8 years. Do we criticize them? Right. No, we don't. We don't say, oh, your speaking is pretty bad, or your listening isn't very good. We don't criticize young children. We criticize ourselves, this fear. And you criticize yourself with, my English is bad. Right? But you don't criticize children. Why not? Why don't we criticize children?
because we love them.
We love them. Exactly. And what else? They're learning. Good. Why else? Because they're young. And it's normal when you are young not to be perfect in Spanish. So, how old is your English?
3 years old.
It's about 3 years old, right? That's perfect. Your English is 3 years old. Think how you speak English. How does it compare with a child speaking Spanish? Yeah? Could you give yourself an age? Like, how old would you say, I don't know your name, sorry.
Balbina.
Thank you, Balbina. How old would you say Balbina's English is? If you compare with a Spanish child speaking Spanish, if you can do that in your head, how old would you say she is? Sorry? 8? Somebody said 12? What else? How old? 12? You would say 12? How old would you say? It doesn't matter, but you've given her an age. How old, Balbina, would you say your English is? If you compare with a Spanish child? 8. Okay. So, Balbina, your English is not bad. Oh, by the way, Spanish children, when they are 3, 5, 8, is their pronunciation perfect? Okay, Balbina. When they're 8 years old, it's not perfect. Because it needs to grow. So, what you would say is, okay, it's 8 years old. That's my English, yeah? My English is 8 years old. So really, your English is young. It's young. If it's young, it cannot be bad because it's completely normal. All right? If it's young, it's completely normal that it's not perfect. How does that feel for you? If you say, my English is young. If you say, my English is not my fault, it's my responsibility to enjoy, and it's young. How do you feel about you and your English if you just think that? Is it starting to Yeah? You're starting to, like, it's not my fault. It's my responsibility to enjoy. And it's young. And Spanish children don't have perfect Spanish at 8 years old. Okay, can you see what's happening? Yeah? All right, you've got to tell yourself a different story. Doesn't change your English, but tell yourself a different story. You feel different, you communicate differently. All right? So your English is, I'm going to give you this to take home. My English is young. 3, 8. How old is your English?
5.
5, okay. Teresa? Okay.
14.
14! You're a terrible teenager. 5. It's okay to be 5 in English, right? It's not a bad thing, because learning a language takes a long time. But enjoying learning changes, or loving your English can change quickly. How old is yours, Teresa?
I don't know.
You don't know, okay. How old? 5? 4? 8? 5? 5? 4? 5? Very young. 2? Maybe 2. Okay, how old? 3? 8? 3? It's okay what it is.
12.
12, okay. 4? Baby, baby. Oh, baby, baby. About 8, good. 6? 6? Maybe 15, cool. 14 some days. 5? 7? 10? Teenager, yes. 5. Okay, so we've got all these different young English-speaking people. Is there anything wrong with your English is young? If your English is young, is there anything wrong? There's not, is there? Because it is what it is. So my English is 8 years old, my English is young, and it's not my fault, and it is what it is. And it's my responsibility to enjoy improving or growing. All right? Okay, good. Give me a couple of minutes to break. Can you together, now, teaching, when we teach things or when we communicate anything in a meeting, if a teacher teaches something, it does not mean the other people learn it automatically. It's like in a meeting, in a company. A person says, I think we should do this, and it doesn't mean the other people agree. Okay? So we all give meaning to different conversations. So can you together say what you understand, what you get from this conversation? Can you, in your group, just share what you're getting from this conversation? All right? Share what are you getting from this conversation?